What's up, family? This is my purpose-driven nighttime routine. So I appreciate you guys for watching. That's it, man. Good night. So this nighttime routine is about chilling out, understanding that you've done a good amount of work for the day. This is what I remind myself, right? That I've given the best that I could today. And now it's time for me to finally pour into me so I could wake up the next day, do it all over again, and still be effective and productive. One of the first things I do is I examine my day, thinking about how my day went, how it could have been better, how it could have been more efficient. I think efficiency is the key here. It's about being efficient. It's not about adding more work on unless I absolutely have to. It's not about subtracting work unless I absolutely have to. But it's about being efficient with my work and seeing if I did a good job with the time that God has given me for the day. So when I examine it, I see that I created a purpose-driven video today, right? That's great. I took care of my wife today because she was feeling a little out of it. She's feeling much better now. I created a form for the Brotherhood. So you guys know that we have a Brotherhood program where I help men elevate and be the best version of themselves, but we're actually like brothers. Like, it's more than a program. It's an exclusive group. So I created an application form to make sure that I'm vetting people better. That took some time. That was great. That was fun to make. My fitness is in check. So everything I needed to do physically for the day, working out and feeling great. That is good. I had a client call with a potential Brotherhood member. So that call went exceptionally well, and I'm excited to bring him in to the Brotherhood. And I created short form content today, which is great because that helps me to stay active on TikTok and Instagram and these other platforms outside of YouTube, which is important to spread the purpose-driven message and possibly make the world a better place. So I did some cool stuff today, man, and I feel great about what I did. Obviously, I prayed. Like, I pray every morning when I wake up, and I say my grace. I say my thanks. I ate breakfast today, right? Like, those things. I brushed my teeth, took a shower, right? Like, those things for sure don't really need to be explained, but I do think that those things are important. We're talking about hygiene, we're talking about God, we're talking about praying, we're talking about gratitude. Like, those are the foundations of my day, and those are things that I definitely do. But these were like business things that I took care of, like more heavy tasks that I took care of for the day, and I feel great about where we're at. So what I haven't done yet is I haven't read yet, and I usually read every single day. So you guys are about to see me read, and what I'm about to read with is a nice drink. I usually drink kava every single evening. Kava is a root that helps you to relax, helps you to gain clarity. It just puts you in a peaceful state. At least it does for me. So this is kava right here. There's a link below. You could grab you some. Okay, I definitely recommend it. It is a non-alcoholic beverage. Okay, and so, you know, I'm not rocking with alcohol, man. Not right now. Not at this stage of my life. I want my mental clarity. I want my peace. I want to feel good. One thing about alcohol that I notice is that it makes your consciousness go down a little bit, right? It definitely brings you down. You feel heavier. You gain weight, right? You even get heavier with alcohol. Everything about alcohol is heavy. Okay. And so I don't want to feel heavy. I don't want to be heavy. I want to feel light. I want to feel good. And I still want that peaceful feeling. And so you can still get that peaceful feeling without the alcohol. And that's kava. To me, it's alcohol's replacement, and it's better, and it tastes great. The link will be below. There's also a QR code, like right here. You can scan it. Before you knock it, try it. Like, I almost knocked it, and I was like, what's this? Never heard of it. Then I tasted it, and the rest was history. All right, so yeah, check it out. Hey, family. So I like this part a lot. It says, life is short. That's all there is to say. Get what you can from the present, thoughtfully, justly, unrestrained moderation. An ordered world, or a mishmash, but still in order. Can there be order within you and not in everything else? And things so different, so dispersed, so intertwined. Being in the present moment, appreciating the present moment for what it is, and having order within myself, even if there's not order outside of myself, can I still maintain order within myself? And I find that to be so profound, because sometimes the world could be in chaos, but it's like, I still have to make sure that my mind is good, and I still have to make sure that I'm keeping order in my mind. I got to make sure that my mind is a good place to be, because that's where I live. You know, I got to make sure that my mind is peaceful. Am I speaking facts or what? You know, so, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of wisdom I look for. Even if you just read one page of a book a day, it can still push you towards the right path. Obviously, y'all know the book that I recommend is the one that I wrote, The Purposeful Man Playbook, man. You know that. And I'm working on the second book right now, and it's coming sooner than you think. But yeah, I love reading, and it's my favorite pastime. But I don't read to pass time. I read to make the most of my time. You get what I'm saying? All right, family. So after I read, man, I go straight into journaling. All right, straight into journaling. This is similar to examining my day, but instead of examining my day or my business or my habits that I've done, I turn that off and I'm examining my heart. I'm examining my soul. I'm examining my spirit. I'm examining my mental. I'm examining how I feel. I'm examining me on a deeper level. This is important, man, because we always talk about our outer world, our outer purpose, and the things that we have to do for our outer world. But it's also about our inner world. And so sometimes I journal in my purpose journal, or I journal on my phone. So I'm going to journal on my phone today. And I'll show you guys like what it is, because sometimes I ask myself certain questions, or I give myself a statement and then I elaborate on it. So it depends on what I feel like. It's either I want to journal on my phone or I journal in here. Truth is, I'm running out of space in here, so okay, that's why I'm picking my phone. Usually I would just pick the book because I'm trying to detox from technology as I wane into my day. But this is using technology in a good way, and there's nothing wrong with using tech for good, right? And so when it comes to journaling, I don't care where you journal. You know, it could be physical, you could write it out. I think that is powerful, right? But you could also use your tech. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're using it for good. So I'm gonna use my tech. I'm gonna put my phone on dark mode, right? So my eyes, right? Because it's important for us to not have too many blue light before we go to bed. That's something that's important to me. But I'm gonna journal, man, and I'll let you guys know what I journal about and where it goes. Today's topic: I'm grateful to be me. I'm grateful to be me. I'm grateful to be myself. That's the topic that I chose to write on and elaborate on, right? I'm grateful to be myself. And one of my tips I can say is, if you want, because what you could journal about is not just like how you feel or like what's going on in your day. But in order for you to get some help, you can ask ChatGPT for some prompts, right? Like, use tech for good. You know what I'm saying, bro? If it's going to be here, we got to use it for good. You can ask Chat for some prompts that can help you to elaborate more on how your day was or how you're feeling. So it says here, I am grateful to be myself, right? I've been learning about myself more. It's funny because you always think you have yourself figured out until you don't, or until more of who you are gets revealed. For me, lately it's been my wife. She's been helping me see sides of myself that I've changed. I've been reminded to reflect more lately, and I've been reminded of my growth. I'm a man that's growing more and more, changing from pessimism to optimism, lowering my ego and uplifting my spirit. I see the changes and I want to continue making changes. Life's about evolution, and I'm grateful to see mine. I'm grateful to be me. I am grateful to be me. And I hope that you're also grateful to be yourself as well. I just want to take some time to explain how important journaling really is. I think that it's something that people think is optional. We don't want to write anymore because we look at writing as something that we used to do in school. But you have to understand that we have to continue educating ourselves. And it's not about educating ourselves with more information from the outer world, but it's about educating ourselves with the information that's stored in our inner world. And in order for us to know how to navigate this world, in order for us to learn more about who we are, our character, our spirit, our purpose, and the things that we should be doing, the things that we should probably stop doing, and the things that we should continue doing more of, right? So in order to just understand how to move and navigate, you got to understand yourself. You got to understand how you're feeling. You got to evaluate yourself. And that's something that I do daily, even if it's just for 5 minutes. It's something that I want to make time for, because you never know what's going to be on that paper, or you never know what's going to be on that digital paper, right? No matter where you journal, at the end of the day, you have to pour out right? How can you understand yourself if you don't pour out? So start journaling. If you take away anything from this video, most definitely, man, start journaling. All right. So we're going to go to the next thing that I do to ease down my day. To be honest with you, at this point of the night, my phone I'm unreachable. The truth is, I'm really unreachable past like 7-8 p.m. Okay. Anybody that calls me, unless it's an emergency, unless it's family, I'm not really answering the phone at all. You understand? So it has to be something that's really serious. This is good for me because it helps me to just have my evenings, have my time. I'm a daytime person. I work in the day. Everything that I do, everything that God has called me to do, I have done. I did it in the daytime. I work in the daytime. I connect with people in the daytime. But when it's nighttime, it's time for me to connect with myself. It's time for me to just pour into me, and it's time for me to make time for me. So my phone is on D&D, and I highly suggest that you do that as well. You have to pick a time. It could be past 7. It could be past 8. It could be past 9, where you don't answer any more phone calls, messages, texts, unless it is an emergency or unless it is something that you just genuinely want to respond to, right? But, you know, letting people know that as well. Like, hey, I'm just not as responsive towards the evening hours of the night because it's just time for me to wind down and just have that time for myself. I think that that's very important. And if you haven't been doing that, when you do it, trust me, it's a total game changer. And I highly recommend you guys doing that. So that's something that I do. I just set my phone on D&D and I just get time for myself. I get my time back to just pour into me. Now, this part of the night is just setting the tone. I thank my wife for doing this part. I don't really have to worry about it. She'll put on a nice video on the TV that shows like a nice imagery, and usually it'll play nice calming meditation music. And sometimes I take that opportunity to sit on the couch and meditate and relax, looking at the candles, looking at the fireplace. Just take it in. Join me in this, because this is usually what I do to really end off my nights. And of course, one of the most important parts, family, is my agenda. Okay, October 2025. Setting my agenda is super important. So I'm just seeing the things that I need to do for tomorrow. I'm setting that tone, and that's going to get me ready for the morning. Part of the night, making it a purpose-driven night, is, like I said, having an agenda to where you're able to know exactly what your priorities are the next day. So now you're able to just jump into it. I know this sounds simple, but it's a game changer. It's the simple things that take us farther than you could ever imagine. So tomorrow, of course, I need to work out. That's important. I need to also make a purpose-driven video. I'm checking in on a potential Brotherhood client. He told me to check in on him before 7 p.m. He's looking to make a payment and join and officially be investing in himself. Love to see it, man. He doesn't even know how great that opportunity is going to be. Checking Brotherhood client. What else? I'm blanking because I'm doing this on video. Of course, I'm going to do the most important things: pray, read, like those things, like journal. Like those are things that are already baked in for sure. Something else that's super important. I got a lot done today. I'm not going to lie. Got a lot done today. I also edited a Chosen Ones ad today. Posted that on Instagram. Let people know about the Chosen Ones. They could break free. Like just a lot of business work. Got a lot of business work done. So I guess tomorrow could be a more creative day. Oh, I have a business meeting tomorrow. 12 business meeting. Yep, business meeting at 12. That's important. That's important. And then tomorrow's also a day of rest for me. It's my Sabbath. So, I'll be making sure that hopefully I get more work done earlier in the day so I can enjoy bringing in the Sabbath. What else? I'll make short form content. This is where it gets fun, right? Because then we had the most important things out the way, where it's like, well, what's most important? Now I'm able to just add stuff on. I'll make short form content. Maybe I'll go live. I'll live stream somewhere. That's why you got to follow me everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, because I don't know. I like to go live everywhere at different points of time just to reach everybody. Cool. I might make let me make a chosen one video. I'll lock in with them, give them some extra content. Yeah, man. So tomorrow's agenda looks great. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. You have no clue. Take the tips. Take it. Like, utilize this in your life. It's not too complicated. These things have definitely changed my life, and I know they'll change your life as well. And check out Kava. I'm wrapping it up here. Man, definitely an amazing drink. Truly. I can't believe it has no alcohol, man. Like, it shows you that you can do fun things without doing what everybody else does. You can live a fun life. You can live a productive life. Let me put on here going for a walk. Yeah, I want to go for a walk tomorrow. Get my steps in, like, outside. Truly enjoy the outdoors because it's been a little cooler lately. Yeah, man. Okay. Love y'all. Peace.